This year, Midsummer in southern Finland will once again be celebrated without traditional bonfires due to wildfire warnings. Outdoor fires are banned in Uusimaa, Varsinais-Suomi, and Kanta-Häme regions. According to the Meteorological Institute, this situation has occurred in Uusimaa and Varsinais-Suomi since 2019, except in 2021. Fire Chief Petri Strandberg from Helsinki Fire Department mentioned that compliance with wildfire warnings has been strictly monitored in recent years. Previously, midsummer bonfires still occurred despite warnings. About 5 years ago, the Sorasaari bonfire was permitted under special conditions, but now no exceptions are granted during wildfire warnings. Strandberg emphasized the strictness of current regulations and the heightened importance of safety. However, he believes that some unauthorized bonfires will still appear in Uusimaa, and volunteer fire brigades are monitoring the situation. Even with dry weather during midsummer, Strandberg believes the tradition of summer bonfires will not disappear. He reminded that elsewhere in Finland, bonfires are still permitted, and safety awareness has improved in many aspects. Food prices are falling, but many people still feel they are high, according to Kuluttajaliitto. Shopping for this year's Juhannus party may be cheaper than last year. According to Tilastokeskus, food prices decreased by 0.9% compared to the previous year. The price of meat and sausages dropped by about 2.5%, while vegetable prices increased by about 3%, according to Satu Montonen. Consumers' purchasing power has increased as incomes rise faster than prices. This summer is better than last summer because consumer price growth has slowed down. Despite food prices decreasing, they are still higher than before the inflation spike due to Russia's attack. Increased energy and fertilizer costs have driven food prices up. According to Juha Berling-Pomol, food prices have risen more than necessary, significantly affecting low-income people. In a Kuluttajaliitto survey, over 80% of people earning less than €20,000 a year said food prices significantly impacted their finances in the past 6 months. For all Finns, this figure was 67%, followed by electricity and fuel prices. A quarter of respondents said their finances couldn't withstand additional cost increases. The Finnish government plans to significantly cut sick leave benefits and has submitted proposals for feedback. The goal is to strengthen public finances. Sick leave benefits compensate for lost income due to incapacity to work for less than a year. The changes mean those earning at least €27,600 annually will see their sick leave benefits reduced. Labor organizations such as TEHI and SAC have criticized these cuts. According to TEHI, the sick leave benefits for an average income earner will decrease by €300 to €400 per month. Akava called the proposal absurd, because sick leave insurance is primarily funded by employers and employees, not the state. If the law passes, the changes will take effect early next year, and the government expects to save about €60 million. The Helsinki city rental apartment company Heka has about 1,500 empty apartments, despite having 10,500 pending housing applications. Most of these empty apartments are 2 or 3 rooms, while there are only about 51 room apartments available. Heka loses about €1 million due to vacant homes, leading to rent increases last year. There are 3 main reasons for this situation: mismatched supply and demand, many people rejecting the offered apartments, and the city being responsible for finding tenants for Heka. This leads to ineffective coordination, leaving many Heka apartments vacant. A person fell into a well on Eradicating, Vantaa, while sitting on a wooden cover that broke. The incident occurred in the afternoon on Juhannus Day. The victim fell about 2 meters to the well's bottom, which was filled with water. The victim had to float in the water waiting for rescue, as the water was too deep to touch the bottom. Despite being alone, the victim was fortunate to have a phone and called for help. The rescue team received the call at 14:25 and took over 10 minutes to arrive. The rescue team lowered a ladder into the well, and the victim climbed out safely. She sustained only minor injuries and was taken to the hospital for examination. This is a rare but occasional occurrence in Finland, according to Jani Salo from the Central Uusimaa Rescue Agency. Effective mosquito repellent tips. Many people say traditional mosquito sprays are still the most effective when used on the skin. Some also recommend using lemon oil, which can be applied to the skin, hair, and clothes. Vegetable oils such as canola, sunflower, and olive oil are also suggested, with caution to avoid sunburn. On patios, readers use various natural methods like placing bird nests, planting lemon geraniums, and using citronella candles. Some people use mosquito nets or thin curtains to surround the patio, allowing relaxation without mosquito bites. Thermocell products are also popular despite environmental concerns. Other tips include using electric swatters, fans, and mosquito magnet traps. Finally, wearing long clothes, mosquito hats, and head nets can help protect you from mosquitoes effectively. Mäkärä, a small biting fly, has been causing trouble for residents in Imatra on Finland's eastern border. To combat this, a new plan involves introducing insect species that prey on their larvae into the Vuoksi River area. Specifically, the Pohjanservikas moth, known for being an effective predator, will be reintroduced. This species was once common in Vuoksi but disappeared due to pollution and power plant construction. The project aims to improve the ecological environment and biodiversity of the Vuoksi River, starting with an experimental release of insects in August in the Imatra city stream. A house on Köykkyrintie, Kempele, was completely destroyed in a fire. According to Fire Chief Antti Juhannus, about 200 square meters of the house were entirely destroyed. By the time the fire brigade arrived, the house was burning fiercely. Fortunately, 2 residents managed to escape safely. The fire brigade prevented the fire from spreading to neighboring houses. This summer, eradicating invasive plants like lupin can earn you thousands of euros through a mobile game. In many localities in Finland, such as Kainuu and Asikala, people have joined the campaign to eliminate invasive species using the Crowdsource app. The app allows players to earn 25 cents per square meter of invasive plants eradicated. Last year, a player earned over 3,000 euros by participating in this game. This year, the game has expanded to 40 locations and is attracting many participants. For example, in Asikala, the initial goal was to eradicate lupin over 10,000 square meters, but within the first few weeks, this figure surpassed 20,000 square meters. In addition to the mobile game, group work sessions for eradicating invasive plants are also maintained. Bill Juntanen, the project manager of Vieraslajat Vex, emphasized that invasive species like lupin can spread quickly and harm native ecosystems. The Crowdsource app has encouraged many people, especially the youth, to engage in outdoor activities and recognize the economic value of eradicating invasive plants. Currently, the app is not only used in Finland but is also being implemented in Sweden and the UK. Apple delays AI service release in the EU due to new regulations. Apple announced it will delay the release of its artificial intelligence AI service in EU countries due to new regulations. The company stated that its AI-integrated smartphones will not be launched in Europe at least this year. The main reason is the EU's Digital Markets Act (DMA), which imposes obligations on companies considered gatekeepers due to their dominant market position. Apple unveiled the Apple Intelligence Service in June, intending to integrate OpenAI's ChatGPT into its phones this year. Apple has committed to working with the EU Commission to find a solution to bring these functions to EU customers without compromising security. The company pledged to comply with DMA requirements, but Competition Commissioner Margrethe Vestager said Apple's measures might be insufficient. Excluding the EU will reduce the potential market for this new feature. Finns no longer shop for clothes as before, and midsummer sales are losing significance in clothing stores. Despite many stores having sale signs, the number of discounted clothes during midsummer has significantly decreased. Not long ago, Mirka Tiny, a mother of 3 in Vantaa, noticed that she could buy discounted clothes year-round. She often bought clothes for her children at a discount or from second-hand markets. Veli-Matti Kenkanpaa, CEO of the Fashion and Sports Association, said retailers now know how to select merchandise to sell better, leading to fewer sale items. Clothes are continuously changing, and stores always have a small section for discounted items. Previously, people used to buy winter coats during summer sales, but now, consumers only spend money on necessary items. According to Johannes Rasanen, sales manager of S-Rima, customers no longer stockpile purchases as before. Consumers are now very cautious with their spending, looking for better deals. Tokmanni's marketing director, Veli-Pekka Ari, noticed that customers are saving more due to rising prices and declining purchasing power. Furthermore, the pandemic has changed how Finns dress, reducing the demand for clothing and work attire significantly.